Welcome back to the Learn and Talk English podcast, the podcast where you learn real English for real life in a fun, practical, and exciting way.
That's right, I'm Emily.
And I'm Marcus. We're thrilled you could join us today for another amazing episode.
Absolutely. Today we're diving into a topic most of us have experienced: homesickness and navigating social life abroad. We'll explore what it means to be homesick and how you can express these feelings clearly and effectively in English.
Exactly, Emily. During today's episode, you'll learn essential vocabulary like homesick, adjustment, comforts of home, nostalgic, and informal expressions like bummed out.
We'll also cover great everyday phrases you can use in social situations, such as, "How's life treating you? Let's catch up soon. Could you give me a hand?" And many more.
Stick around till the end, because our wonderful storyteller Maria has prepared two captivating and detailed stories for us today. First, Maria will take us on an emotional and immersive journey through the experience of homesickness.
After Maria's story, Marcus and I will dive deeper into all the useful phrases, vocabulary, and contexts, ensuring you can confidently use them in your daily conversations.
Then, Maria will return with another inspiring and extended story about navigating social life abroad, filled with relatable experiences, valuable lessons, and expressions you'll use daily.
Once again, we'll analyze the story, break down the key phrases, and show you exactly how and when to use them.
So, grab your notebook, make yourself comfortable, and let's dive into today's enriching and fun-filled episode.
Now, let's welcome Maria, who will tell us her first deeply emotional story about homesickness.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Marcus and Emily, for that warm introduction. I'm Maria, and I'm delighted to welcome you to Learn and Talk English. Today, I want to share a personal and heartfelt story about my own journey with homesickness. When I first moved to Canada, everything seemed incredibly exciting. The bustling streets, the new friends I was making, and the endless opportunities that lay ahead. The thrill of experiencing a new culture was exhilarating. However, after about a month, the initial excitement started to fade, and the reality of living in a completely different environment set in. I began to feel deeply homesick. The cold Canadian winter was drastically different from the warm climate I was used to. The food tasted unfamiliar, and although delicious, it wasn't comforting like my mom's homemade meals. I missed the smells and flavors of home-cooked dishes, the sounds of my siblings laughing and playing games in our backyard, and the warmth of family dinners where we would share stories about our day. It was these simple yet profound moments that I had taken for granted. One particularly cold evening, I found myself feeling extremely nostalgic and bummed out. Missing home more than ever, I decided to call my family. Hearing their voices, although comforting at first, made the distance between us feel even greater. I realized how much I had missed them. I ended the call feeling lonelier than ever, and tears started to stream down my face. Luckily, my roommate, Sarah, noticed my sadness. She gently approached me and said, "Hey, let's catch up soon. How about we grab some coffee?" Her kindness instantly lifted my spirits. We headed out to a cozy cafe, and there, Sarah opened up about her own struggles when she first moved abroad. She shared how she had felt the same sense of loneliness and longing for home, reassuring me that it was a normal part of adjusting to life in a new country. Our conversation made me feel connected and understood. It helped me see that I wasn't alone in my feelings, and it inspired me to give my new life a real chance. Gradually, I started embracing my new surroundings. I learned to enjoy the beauty of the Canadian winter, appreciated the diverse culinary experiences, and most importantly, built deeper relationships with those around me. Throughout all this, I never forgot my roots and continued cherishing the beautiful memories from home which had shaped who I am today.
Maria, that was a beautifully expressed story. Marcus, let's unpack some of the important phrases Maria used and explore how and when you can use them in everyday English.
Absolutely! Let's start with the word homesick. This is a very common feeling, especially when you're away from your family or your familiar environment. You might say, "I'm feeling homesick because I miss spending time with my family." It's a very natural emotion when adjusting to life abroad.
Exactly. Another phrase Maria mentioned was adjustment. Adjustment refers to adapting to new surroundings or situations. For instance, you could say, "It took some adjustment to get used to living in a new country." This is a great way to express that you're adapting to change.
Yes, and adjustment can be a challenging process, so expressing it clearly can help you connect with others who may have similar experiences. You could also use it in professional contexts, like, "I'm adjusting to my new job."
That's a great point. Maria also beautifully described missing the comforts of home. This phrase means things from your home that make you feel secure and happy, like certain foods, routines, or family traditions. For example, you could say, "When traveling, I always miss the comforts of home."
Indeed, Emily. The comforts of home can vary widely between individuals. It might include familiar dishes your parents cooked, your favorite TV shows, or even just sleeping in your own bed. It's a phrase that can trigger great conversations about personal experiences and cultural differences.
She mentioned feeling nostalgic, which describes a sentimental longing or affection for the past. You might use it in a sentence like, "Looking at my old photographs makes me feel nostalgic."
Absolutely. Nostalgia often brings mixed emotions. Warm, happy memories, coupled with a slight sadness because those moments are gone. It's a great word to use when reminiscing with friends or family about old times.
And another informal but very useful phrase Maria used is bummed out, meaning feeling disappointed or slightly sad. For instance, "I'm bummed out because my favourite show got cancelled."
Bummed out is a casual way to express mild sadness or disappointment. It's a useful term to convey your feelings in informal conversations without sounding overly serious or dramatic.
Lastly, Maria's roommate said, "Let's catch up soon." This phrase means to meet and share recent news. You could use it when inviting a friend you haven't seen for a while. Like, "It's been ages. Let's catch up soon."
Exactly. It's a versatile phrase you can use whenever you want to reconnect with someone. You might also say, "Let's catch up over coffee," or "We really need to catch up sometime soon."
Now, let's return to Maria for another insightful and detailed story about navigating social life abroad.
Thank you, Marcus and Emily. Navigating social life abroad was another enriching yet challenging part of my journey. When I moved to Canada, I knew I had to build a new social circle, but I didn't realize how complex it would be. Initially, I attended various social events to meet people. At first, I felt awkward and shy, especially when conversations moved rapidly in English, filled with slang and references I didn't understand. One evening during a gathering, someone asked me, "What's your story?" I was caught off guard and struggled to articulate my background in a way that felt engaging. Thankfully, a friendly girl named Jenna noticed my discomfort and stepped in, smoothly guiding the conversation. Later, she explained that "what's your story" is simply a casual way to ask about someone's background or experiences. From that moment, Jenna became a guiding force in my social life, introducing me to new people and activities. Another memorable moment was when I was invited to a potluck. Unsure what this meant, I felt nervous. Jenna explained that a potluck is a social gathering where everyone brings a dish to share. I decided to bring a traditional dish from my country, and it turned out to be a fantastic conversation starter. People were genuinely interested in my background, culture, and cuisine. Gradually, I learned to break the ice in social situations by sharing something personal or asking open-ended questions. For example, saying, "Tell me about yourself," or "How did you end up here?" helped me build connections. Another phrase I found helpful was, "Could you give me a hand?" It's a friendly, informal way to ask for help, which always prompted kind responses. I also picked up other helpful expressions like, "What brings you here?" or "Have you been here long?" These simple questions often led to engaging conversations. Additionally, understanding cultural idioms such as small talk, meaning casual, informal conversation about everyday topics, helped me to connect better with others. I also learned the importance of phrases like, "I'll take a rain check," meaning politely declining an invitation but expressing interest in doing it later. This was especially useful when I needed time to recharge socially. Over time, I gained confidence in using these expressions and navigating different social settings. I learned that building a social life abroad is not about being perfect, but about being open, curious, and willing to learn from every interaction. Each phrase and conversation was a building block in my journey towards feeling more comfortable and connected in my new home. Now, let's return to Marcus and Emily to unpack these phrases further and explore how you can confidently use them in your everyday English conversations.
Maria, that was an incredibly insightful and detailed story. Marcus, let's dive deeper into the phrases and vocabulary Maria used to help our listeners confidently navigate social situations abroad.
Absolutely, Emily. Let's start with the phrase social circle. Maria mentioned building a new social circle, which refers to the group of people you regularly interact with socially. For example, moving abroad, I had to quickly build a new social circle.
Exactly. Your social circle can include friends, colleagues, neighbours, and other people you regularly see. It's a great term to discuss making friends and connections.
Next, Maria described feeling awkward and shy. These are common feelings in new social settings. Awkward refers to feeling uncomfortable or uncertain in social situations. For instance, I felt awkward when I didn't understand the conversation.
Yes, and being shy means you're nervous or hesitant about speaking to new people. You might say, "I'm shy when meeting new people, so starting conversations is challenging."
Another great phrase Maria encountered is, "What's your story?" It's a casual, friendly way to ask someone about their background, life experiences, or reasons for being in a particular place. You can use this phrase at parties or social events to initiate engaging conversations.
Precisely. Maria also introduced the term potluck. A potluck is a social gathering where each person brings food to share with others. It's a fantastic way to introduce and explore diverse cultures through food. You could say, "I brought a traditional dish from my country to the potluck."
Maria also mentioned the phrase, "break the ice." This expression means to do or say something to relieve tension or initiate conversation, especially when people don't know each other well. An example could be, "I told a funny story to break the ice at the meeting."
Exactly. Maria gave us some excellent examples of icebreaker questions like, "Tell me about yourself," and "How did you end up here?" These open-ended questions encourage the other person to talk more, helping you build rapport and connection.
Maria also shared the phrase, "Could you give me a hand?" This is an informal, polite way of asking for help. You might use it like this, "Could you give me a hand setting up for the party?"
Yes, it's very approachable and commonly used in everyday conversation. Another expression she mentioned is, "What brings you here?" or "Have you been here long?" Both are excellent questions to get conversations started with someone you've just met, showing interest in their story.
Let's discuss small talk, which Maria highlighted. Small talk refers to casual conversations about everyday non-sensitive topics, like the weather, sports, or weekend plans. It's important in social situations because it helps people feel comfortable. For example, I engaged in some small talk with my neighbor.
Another practical expression Maria taught us is, I'll take a rain check. This means politely declining an invitation, but leaving open the possibility of accepting it later. You could say, I can't join tonight, but I'll take a rain check.
That's an incredibly useful phrase for politely managing social commitments. Maria's experience underscores how essential these expressions are for building connections, especially abroad.
Exactly, Marcus. And remember, building a social life abroad is all about being open, curious, and willing to learn from each interaction. These phrases will certainly empower our listeners to navigate social situations more comfortably and confidently.
Thanks again, Maria, for sharing your valuable experiences. Listeners, we hope you found these insights useful for your own social journeys.
To quickly recap today's episode, we've explored valuable phrases and vocabulary that will help you express homesickness and build a vibrant social life abroad. Some key phrases to remember include social circle, awkward and shy, what's your story, potluck, break the ice, and I'll take a rain check.
Exactly. We strongly encourage you to practice these phrases. Listen to the podcast multiple times and try using these expressions in your daily conversations. The more you practice, the more natural and confident you will become in speaking English.
And we'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment below with your experiences, any questions you have, and which phrases you found most useful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Thanks for joining us today, and until next time, keep learning and talking English.